So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. Long time. Did you miss me, baby? Did you miss me? We are back. Big up to everyone who sat waiting as well, man. Appreciate the love. Big up to everyone who's just come over from the last stream that I did on the other channel. Uh, big love, always big love, man. Come on, man. Said I'm followed. Why? What's going on here? I'm followed who? Well, who? Nah, come on, man. F that. F that, bro. I see the one behind above that as well. That comment's funny, the one above that. Let me just turn this light because my green screen's bugging out without the lack of lighting in here. That should be better. That should be miles better. That should be better. There we go. The green screen's all lit up like a Christmas tree. Has everyone got their Christmas trees up? I don't think I'm even going to bother buying one. I'm not even going to bother buying one. But anyway, we are going to do a nice little 25-minute stream here or so. We're going to talk about Manchester City. Obviously, the charges have been there since, what, a year ago? Nearly a year ago? And, the Premier League, you meant. Oh, okay, the Premier League you unfollow. Yeah, just unfollow whoever wrote. Yeah, come on. Big Lee looking. Do you know what? I need to buy a pair of glasses like that again, man. They were my favorite glasses, bro. Them little Harry Potters. The little Harry Potters, bro. I need to find them. I don't know where they are. I need to buy some. They'll definitely be charged at least points, but they won't relegate them. Right, let me find this article. I want to read this out. But big up to everybody inside. Make sure you pamming these likes up. That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. Big up to everybody in here. And I want to do more live streams on this channel. Not just watch-alongs. I actually want to, like, 'cause obviously the other channel, I stream every day. Unless it's a Sunday, and then I have a day off if Arsenal play Saturday. If Arsenal play Sunday, I love Saturday off. But other than that, I stream every single day. So I want to kind of get to streaming every single day on here, because the easiest way to grow a channel is by streaming rather than uploads. So I want to start streaming on here more often. But I will be doing two watch along Sunday, Man City, Tottenham, and then Barca Atleti. So I'm looking forward to that, man. Looking forward to both of them. But anyway, I want to read this out. Where are we? There we go. Manchester City and the Premier League have agreed dates for trial over the 115 financial rule break charges, with expected timing of the verdict finally set when they could face a huge points deduction. Manchester City will face off with the Premier League over 115 alleged breaches. The trial is expected to begin in late autumn next year, which has rattled so many people. Why is it going to take so long? And that's now 2 years before it goes to trial. Well, I'll tell you why. Because there's 115 charges. That's why. It's not like one charge with Everton and they've accepted liability of it, and they've accepted it, and they've dealt with it quick. When there's 115, like, a Man City just keep putting it in the bin, yeah, en la basura, in the bin. Yeah, like, they're going to keep throwing it in the bin. They're going to keep trying to mud it and get rid of it and get rid of it and get rid of it. But at the same time, we don't really know whether they've done it or not. And I think, like, the problem with football is, yeah, people are so reactionary. They see Man City, 115 charges, and straight away, guilty. Guilty. But are they guilty? Like, I'd imagine that they've bent the rules on certain things. But have they bent the rules on the main things? Like, bending the rules on whether the grass was the right size or whether the dressing rooms are the right size and all of this rubbish. That's just picking hairs. What I think people want to know is whether they've actually bent the rules on the alleged payment to Mancini. But again, I had this conversation with Rance last week or the week before. Like, let's say, for example, I'll give you a scenario. Let's say Mancini was manager of City, which he was. And Man City have said, look, we'll pay you 10 million a year. But what we're going to do is we're only going to pay you 6 million on your contract at Man City. So you sign a contract with us, we'll pay you 6 million a year. But the other 4 mil is going to come via a third-party company, and that'll go into your bank account from them. Maybe they could have done something like that. Now it's very difficult to prove that Mancini hasn't done work for the third-party company. Maybe he's been sat on phone calls, Zoom calls, advisory services. Very difficult to prove some of these things. I'm just giving a scenario. Maybe they are banged to rights on the flip side, by the way. Maybe they are banged to rights. But I don't know. I don't know. I think it's just very reactionary to just assume that they're guilty of everything straight away. But because our team, my team, and a lot of other football teams out there in the Premier League, if not all of them, ain't even bothering to try to overtake Man City in terms of what they're doing off the pitch, on the pitch, with their infrastructure, the academy setup. I mean, man, I'll give you another example here. Man City have made 400 million out of selling academy players since Pep's been there. 400 M's. Now imagine Arsenal had sold 400 million worth of talent from the academy. All of a sudden, we wouldn't be sitting there, well, maybe we can buy a striker, but if we buy the striker, we might not be able to buy the midfielder. So it's one or the other. That's what we're being told this January. So the way they run their ship off the pitch, they're unreal, man. Like, they got the best of everyone. Like, they've got for me, I think they're the best club in the league. Yeah, like in terms of the way they run it. They're obviously the best on the pitch, but the way they run everything from top to bottom. Yeah, and listen, they're very smart people, these people. You don't become that wealthy and keep that level of wealth and grow on that level of wealth if you're, firstly, not shady, right? Because every billionaire is shady. Let's just have that out there. Every billionaire is shady. You don't become a billionaire by doing things nice and playing nice. You don't become a billionaire by playing by the rules all the time either. But it's now proven it. So it's all well and good having all these charges written down on paper, but now you've got to prove it. You've now got to prove it. And that's the hard part, because they've already had some of these things thrown out by UEFA. But anyway, let me read this report out real quick, yeah? Football trial of the century has been penciled for late next year. The Mail Sport. Why is it always the Daily Mail that break these things, by the way? Anyway, the Mail Sport understands Premier League and Manchester City have agreed a date which they will face off in front of an independent panel in arguably the biggest hearing in the competition's history. The top flight charged its champions with 115 alleged breaches of financial regulations in February after opening an investigation in 2018. Right, so just that bit there. They opened an investigation literally 5 years before they charged them. And people expect this wrapped up just like that in 1 week. Oh, charge debt, that's it, cancel them. Get them out of the league. It took 5 years to charge him. Anyway, throughout the long-running saga, the competition and the club have remained tight-lipped and both declined to comment when contacted. However, it can be revealed that the date for the showdown has been initially scheduled for late autumn of 2024. Those with knowledge of the situation believe that the conclusion may not follow until the end of the following season, 2025, which is when the City boss Pep Guardiola's current contract is due to expire. It is understood that it has been what has been a highly confidential process, that buzzword. Process, happy days. Currently at the stage where statements are being taken from witnesses, which is likely to remain the case until spring. Should the trial go ahead on time, a verdict will be likely around the summer of 2025. So we're looking around 18 months from now. Delays, however, may well push the proceedings back further. And should either party find the eventual outcome unpalatable, that's a good word, isn't it? It would be very difficult to imagine a world where they did not appeal it. Such a scenario would then add significant time. Right, let's just dissect that quickly. This is not going to be resolved by 2025. And I'll tell you why. Because the people who run Man City are extremely intelligent people. You've only got to listen to Khaldoon Al-Mubarak doing interviews. This is one smart guy. Yeah, and if you go to Man City's YouTube channel or this channel and go through the videos I did in the summer with his end of season interview with, I can't remember the fella's name who interviewed him now, City fans in the chat know. He did a sit down, he did a 2-part sit down Yeah, where he was explaining loads of things. He seems super confident. Yeah, and he said, like, I'm fuming. I can't really say much about it, but all will be revealed. And when it comes out, then I'm going to have my say. Right? They're super confident that they've done nothing wrong here. Yeah, well, that's cool. Maybe he's good at poker. Maybe that's how he made his billions. Like, maybe that's how they've all made. I don't know. Maybe they've got poker faces. Yeah, maybe they've got poker faces. But like I said, there's no billionaire on this planet that walks the planet that hasn't done something a little bit naughty, a bit shady. Yeah, financially wise. Yeah, they're all very good at clever accounting. They're all very good at finding ways around paying certain things and covering up this to pay it out of this. Is that a breach of the rules? Well, according to the Premier League, it is. But now they've got to prove it. And that is the hard part, proving it. Because unless there is significant, substantial evidence staring them in the face, all Man City are going to do here is go, right, well, we'll bury that again for another year. Because these people are not stupid people. You don't become that wealthy being stupid. Yeah, and not only that, they know what they're facing. They know the charges. They know what could happen. And they're seeking probably the best legal advice in the world. Yeah, they can pay for the best lawyers on the planet. They can find loopholes out of stuff. Yeah, they've probably got the best lawyers in the world. And they will find ways out of probably 95 to 97% of them charges. Yeah, they'll probably get a little slap on the wrist for having the grass a little bit too short or too long. Yeah, the away dressing room, medical room, or whatever it was 1 square foot too small or whatever. They'll get a slap on the wrist for that. Yeah, don't worry, that'll go. The ones that everyone wants them to be done for are the biggest ones. Yeah, and there's only about 6 of them. I say only 6, there's still 6. But the other 100 odd, yeah, 109, they're just kind of irrelevant. But it made it sound like it's a massive thing now because we've thrown all of these other charges in there. And this is where I sit back and I look at it. Listen, I like watching Man City as a football club. Yeah, as a football team. I think they've been fantastic. Yeah, and I'm jealous of how that football club is. Yeah, because that's what my club should be. Yeah, my club has spent more money than them. Maybe we're not doing clever accounting, though. We haven't got an academy as good as theirs. Yeah, our stadium, you could argue, is better. Yeah, but the infrastructure around the stadium and what they've done in the city itself, light years clear. Yeah, our stadium needs a bit of an upgrade, to be fair, if we're being completely honest. They've given it a little bit of an upgrade, but they need more of an upgrade inside it as well. It's a little bit tired looking now. But everyone's just jumping on it, get them banned, when I'm pretty sure that 99.9% of us online haven't got a Scooby what rule breach W1.2X is. Nobody knows. And unless somebody's sitting there reading through all of these letters and numbers that are the rule breaches and going through the rule book and then educating yourself on the exact rule without knowing what City have actually done to break it, like nobody's sitting there doing that. There's just sees a load of charges that get put out with the W1 to W15.6.2. Like, we don't know what this is. And I like to think that I'm a little bit like not reactionary. Yeah, I'm reactionary on my own club because that's in my heart, that's in my stomach. That's like pause. Yeah, that's my passion, my football club. But I like football as well. And I'm not one of these people that's just going to go, oh, that's it. Look at that. The Daily Mail told me they've got all these charges. That's it. They're cancelled. But that is unfortunately society we live in. Yeah, as soon as somebody that you don't like has something pop up online about them, straight away they're cancelled anyway. Yep, you're cancelled. Yep, you're guilty. Even if you didn't do it, you're guilty. Yeah, and then what will happen is this will get buried and buried and buried until probably around 2027. Yeah, by which time Khaldoon and his band of merry men at Manchester City, the Sheikh and all of that lot, they're going to find ways to bury this for another year. Oh yeah, well, it's set for autumn next year, but we haven't got all the we haven't got this and we haven't got that, so it's going to have to go till the summer of 25. Then the summer of 25, it get put back to the winter of 25. Then it go to the summer of 2026, and then maybe they'll get in front of an independent trial. Yeah, an independent adjudication team or whatever. Yeah, because I don't see how they get this resolved in 18 months from now when it's took them 5 years to even charge him by doing their investigation from 2018 to 2023. If it took 5 years, to get to a point where the Premier League are charging them. How is this going to get resolved inside 2 years from when they charged them? I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I think there's way too many clever people involved in this, way and above all of our IQs put together, these people. Like, they're way too clever. Yeah, they've got the most money, they've got the best legal advice, and they're extremely smart people. I don't see how you just resolve it inside 2 years. This is going to go on for another 3 years. Yeah, this will go on until 2027, I reckon. 2027, maybe. You can't bury it. Well, listen, you say you can't bury it forever. Yeah, no need to give it the grow up one, bro. I'm just saying my opinion. Like, come on. Yeah, but there is ways to bury stuff forever, bro. Yeah, you've only got to go and have a look at modern day life. Things get buried every day, mate. People disappear every day. People, yeah, things get covered up very easily every day, mate. But you can bury stuff if you've got the money and the power. And these guys have got the money and the power. What we spent and no one else did. Well, this is the thing, yeah. If anyone thinks that their football club isn't doing stuff that they shouldn't be doing, then you're very naive, I think. Yeah, because there's no way my football club are squeaky clean. Yeah, and I'll give you an example. I'll give you a prime example of why I don't think my football club's squeaky clean. Yeah, and it is only my opinion on it. Arsenal signed a player called Marquinhos. The guy was out of contract. He was a free signing. So why did my football club pay their football club, the guy's football club that he was coming to the end of his deal? Why did my football club pay £2.5 million for him? He was out of contract. Why are you paying that club £2.5 million? But that was dressed up as keeping good relations with that football club. Cool. How many players we signed from there since? Oh, yeah. None. Absolutely none. Like, come on. Yeah, if anyone thinks that the Glazers at Man United are squeaky clean, right, in terms of the operations at Man United, the way it's been run, come on. Yeah, these people are very, very clever people, very rich people. Yeah, when you've got power, wealth, and great lawyers, you can get away with stuff. Let's just have that right. That is how it is in every walk of life. If you were a billionaire, it's very easy for you to get away with something rather than the average Joe walking the street working in Tesco. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, big up everyone inside. Oh, Pam needs likes up as well, people. But yeah, I like to think that I'm like not reactionary with some of these things, because at the end of the day, I don't know what's happened. I don't know what they've done or what they've not done. It's just alleged. Yeah, so it's very easy to like point fingers and wag fingers at people and say they're guilty, they're this, they're that, blah, blah, blah. Very easy to do that. But I haven't got the evidence sat in front of me. And even when I've seen the rap sheet, I haven't got a clue what it is. So, like, I've not sat there and read every single rule in the book. I'm not going to pretend I have. But the way people go on, it's almost like they know every single rule of every single rule that's out there. They know every single one of them. They know exactly all of the details of Man City and what they've done and what they haven't done. Yeah, it's almost like they've got all of Man United's financial paperwork sat in front of them and they know everything about it. It don't work like that, people. Don't work like that. But again, because our football clubs don't necessarily do the most, and because that football club keep winning, people are jealous. Let's just be real with it. People are jealous that Man City keep winning. Yeah, so they're going to try and dismiss them in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, and this is going to go on forever. And then even when it is at an end, and it does come to an end, then what's going to happen is, once they get away with the majority of it, they might get a little slap on the wrist. They might get a little points deduction. They might even be banned from Europe. We don't know. And until we do know, very difficult for us to sit here. And it used to be innocent till proven guilty, but it seems like with Man City, it's guilty. And even if you are proven innocent, you're still guilty. Yeah, and that's what's going to happen. They've paid them off, because that one will be coming out. Oh, it's a disgrace. How comes you did this to Everton and then not to Man City? Everton had one charge. They've admitted they broke it. 10-point deduction, mate. Yeah, they admitted it straight away. We done it. Yep, we done it. You know, when you were growing up with your brothers or your sisters or whatever, yeah, if you weren't an only child, right? And I don't know, something happened. I don't know. Your mum's come home from work, or your dad's come home from work, and you and your brother, yeah, like you're in your bedrooms hiding, yeah, but your mum's, get your bloody ass down here now, yeah. Who smashed this cup? Who smashed this plate? Just for an example, yeah. Even if it was me, I ain't saying it's me. Prove it was me. Whereas my sister would go, yeah, I did it. Because the quicker you own up to admitting it when you're growing up, the quicker you get your punishment and move on. Whereas if you would lie and lie and lie, or weren't me, mum, and then eventually it finds out it was you, you're in even bigger trouble. Yeah, I just own up and go, no, my sister just own up and go, cool. Whereas Man City, yeah, they're the league honor right now. Well, we didn't do it, prove it. Now they've got to prove it. Whereas my mum and dad would prove it because my sister had grass on me or my brother had grass on me. Yeah. Whereas my sister, if it was her, I would never grass. I love my sister. She's my bestie. She's my best friend. But I'd never grass on my sister. To be fair, my sister wouldn't necessarily grass on me, but my brother all day long. Yeah. But she'd just go, yeah, it was me, mum. It was me. I'm sorry. Yeah. Whereas I'm like, no, it weren't me. Prove it. Yeah. And this is like a Man City type thing. Prove it. Prove it. The difference is with a plate or a cup being smashed, you can prove it. Yeah, because somebody's going to dob you in. With this is lawyers getting involved to say, well, can't use that, mate. That's in the bin. In la basura, in the bin. Yeah, so yeah, very similar but different. If you own up and admit it real quick, you get your charge real quick. You get your slap on the bum real quick. You get your slap on the wrist real quick. If you don't own up and admit it, now you've got to prove it. Now you've got to prove it. And this is going to take years. Yeah. If anyone thinks this is done by 2025, I'm sorry, not for me. Yeah. Not for me. Not for me. Yeah. Like I said, it took them 5 years to charge him. So I don't see how they're going to resolve it inside 2 from when they charged him. Don't get it. I genuinely don't see that, if I'm honest. I didn't see it. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to quickly come to some of your comments real quick. Make sure you are smashing these likes up, people. Big up to everyone who's tuning in as well. Appreciate it. I'm going live with rants in about 5-10 minutes. So make sure you come and tune in for that as well. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. But yeah, smash the likes up. I'm going to try and do more of these lives. I'm going to try and do more of these lives. Obviously, I do the watch-alongs on here, but I don't want to just box myself into watch-alongs. I want to be able to, because I could talk about football all day long. But yeah, I want to try and do this channel like my other channel, if I'm honest. So every day I stream on that other channel. I want to try and stream on here every day, if I can. Obviously, tomorrow Arsenal are playing, so I'm going to be out of action on here. But then Sunday, I will be doing 2 watch-alongs, and then going forward from there, I want to do a stream every day if I can. Unless Arsenal are playing, then I'll try and do a stream. So yeah. We're getting some other news on here as well, transfer news. Obviously, I can cover all the clubs on that as well, so that's good. I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, man, it's all good. But anyway, let's read some of your comments out. Let's read some of the comments out. And if you could smash the like button up, that'd be great, because we ain't even at 200 yet, and there's 400 people in it. There's actually more people watching this than there was watching my main channel. Before I sent everyone over. This is what I want. This is great. This is fantastic, though. I want this to be the main channel, because I'll be real with you. I am tired of screaming and shouting about Arsenal Football Club. Like, honestly, it is draining fighting a one-man battle to make my team be the best in the world. So yeah, if everyone could help me get this channel up to a decent level, then I can slow down on screaming and shouting about the Asna, and I can have this as the main channel and the other one as the second channel. So that'd be great if you could subscribe. I want this up to 50k at some point, man. In fact, I'm gonna set myself some targets over Christmas. Obviously, that depends on me putting content out and you guys watching and enjoying it. So as long as I'm consistent, then the views and the traction off of the back of that will be consistent as well. Big up to Tinsay. Is that how you say your name, my buddy? I think that's how you say it, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. Imagine if hackers, football govs, media outlets spent big time and energy finding evidence and did dirt towards Man United, Arsenal, Madrid, PSG, Barca. Bro, All of them are up to no good. All of them. Every single football club is up to no good. They're all doing clever accounting, mate. Clever accounting. That's what I'm going to call it. Clever accounting. But yeah, there we go. Thank you for that, mate. Appreciate it. Have a lovely Friday. This channel is so chilled. No Top Gooner's writing. Yeah, this is the channel where apparently I twerk for rivals because they're jealous. Because even on the second channel, I get more views than they get on their main channel. And they can't understand how I still keep getting views every single day for 5 years on YouTube. Even when Arsenal win, I still get 80,000, 90,000 views on a match day, 100,000 views. Nearly 1 million views again this month with an international break in the middle. Crazy, crazy numbers. Crazy numbers, man. Watch-alongs fly on the other channel. Fan cams always pop on my other channel, but I want to do that on here. Maybe not the fan cams and all of that, but I want to get this channel up to a level where every single day I'm streaming on here. So yeah, man. But anyway, thank you, man. Big up. So we are charged. You have fake sponsors. Yeah, I'm sure I read that as I'm charged not. Big up, man. Big up everyone inside, man. Do you think Arsenal will win the league? I don't, unfortunately. I think City win it again, mate. I think they win it again, unfortunately. But yeah, there's a lot of lawyers out there that just condemn Man City as guilty straight away. It is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I'd rather just focus on my football club doing the best it can do to overtake Man City. And listen, we're there or thereabouts at the moment. Will we be there or thereabouts come May? We shall see. Again, a January window is going to determine whether we win a title or not. And the last January window we did, unfortunately, my club didn't do enough. So I'm hoping they've learned from that. But we'll see. We'll see, people. Pep's going to win everything again and bounce. Maybe. You never know. You never know. You never know, man. The FA Cup draw is on Sunday, is it? Oh, interesting. I never knew. I never knew. How long do you think until Newcastle can challenge? Another 3 years or so, I reckon. Another 3 years or so. Man said, I watch Suits. They're guilty. It did make me laugh, the Wolf of Wall Street clip that does the rounds, yeah, when they got charged. And I've seen it so many times. Yeah, when Leo's standing there, he goes, is any of this legal? Absolutely fucking nut. The internet's funny at times, man. But listen, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm late for the show with Rants. It's going to redirect us to the show with Rants. If you want to see Rants in meltdown about United, and me absolutely buzzing that my team won 6-0 the other night, redirect straight over. And yeah, we're out of here, people. I'll be back again with Rants in about 2 minutes. Love. Thank you to everyone who's joined as well, man. Make sure you are subbing to the channel. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see, innit? We're just going to have to wait and see. But it's not going to be anytime soon. So don't let it ruin your Christmas. And I'm looking forward to the Premier League tomorrow. We're out of here, people. Laters.